Welcome to Krasnoyarsk, Russia, with its stunning views, nature and landscape. This city is the largest in its region. Here we see the Triumphal Arch celebrating the city's 375th anniversary. And here we have the very modern and breathtaking venue hosting the World Junior Curling Championships 2020. The Crystal Ice Arena. This afternoon, Russia will take on Sweden in the men's last round-robin game. A massively important game for both teams as they look to make it through to this weekend's playoff rounds. Let's meet the teams for Russia. At lead, Nikolai Lysakov. At second, Mikhail Vlasenka. Skip and third, Artem Karitnikov. And throwing fourth stones for Russia, Andrei Dudov. For Sweden this afternoon, at lead, Sebastian Jones. Second, Anton Regosa. Third is Rasmus Israelsson. Team skip for Sweden, Daniel Magnusson. So, one game left to play in the round robin. We see Canada, Germany and Scotland already qualified, so one spot left to play for. Sweden, Russia, Switzerland very much with a chance to make it through, as we see New Zealand, USA, Italy and Norway at the bottom of the standings. Of course, bottom four teams will be relegated to the B group next year, so a lot of implications in the other half of the table as well. The other games to be played this afternoon: Germany take on Switzerland, Norway looking for their first win as they take on Italy, New Zealand to play USA, and Scotland will face off against Canada, so a classic battle on sheet E this afternoon as well. We'll keep you up to date on the scores elsewhere, but our main focus will be on Russia-Sweden. A huge game for both teams, as mentioned. I'm Sander Olvag, joined by Rona Howie this afternoon. It's always fun when we get to this stage of the competition.
It is. It's always great when the last round-robin game means something to both these teams.
Sweden had a pretty important draw shot challenge to perhaps just get bumped up on the draw shot challenge table. Did not make full use of it, so that might be a problem for them for ranking. We'll try and get you up to speed on what's going to happen, what the scenarios will be. What is sure is if Sweden wins the game, they are through, and it's a must-win for Russia as well. Let's get the party started. Sebastian Jones, lead for Sweden. So with Russia outdrawing Sweden in that draw shot challenge and pre-game practice before the game, it is Russia to have last stone. Sweden will get the ball rolling early. Russia not wanting to bring play in around that centre guard. They will draw to the open wing, looking to keep things simple early on. 16-year-old Nikolai Lysakov. It's a very young team with not a lot of experience. Only played a few years, some of the members of this team. They've certainly taken tremendous steps within the game. And I think what's impressed me a lot with the Russians is not only are they a fairly good technical team, they throw the stones well and they make a lot of shots, but tactically they don't call a bad game.
Yeah, they certainly call a good game for their first time at an international event, you know, on the world stage. They're not frightened, which is great to see. Still years left in the juniors, so I'm sure this will definitely be a team to reckon with in the future. They've also got the added pressure of playing at home.
We see Daniel Magnusson, skip of Sweden, there as well, of course. Coming along to bigger championships as alternate for Niklas Edin of Sweden, picking up some valuable experience there. Also actually coming on to play a couple of games for the team that's perhaps regarded as the best team in the world. Certainly were last season. So looking to follow in their footsteps. Here's Anton Regosa. They've actually played the wrong color here. Which is usually not a huge problem. They'll just... They'll just replace the stone and that's all.
Just as long as it's not Russia's time clock that's running. And they're penalised for the time.
I'm sure the timers are on top of things here. You don't see this often, but this does happen from time to time, not just at the juniors, but at the men's and women's competitions as well. I know my teammates have messed that up before. You play both colors so many games all week, you know, it can happen.
But the player in the hack didn't notice, and neither did his two sweepers.
No, that's always the peculiar thing. Because definitely you can go and grab a stone and one of your sweepers should notice, but sometimes you just don't realize until it's too late. But again, no problem there. We don't penalize for those kind of things. Russia ends up rolling pretty buried around that guard. Mikhail Glasenka. Sweden to chase.
Bra fart. Ralle. Ja, Ralle. Kom igen, Ralle. Kom igen.
Will make the hit and stick. At least I thought, but maybe he rolls out after all. Even the Swedes thought that was good. I've seen the rings be pretty keen. Stone's pretty lively. So Russia very happy to peel the center guard here, the only danger stone for them, as they look to blank this end. A nice peel by the Russian second. Looking to become the first ever Russian men's team to win the title. Became closest back in 2013, Evgeny Arkhipov. Picked up a silver medal, and that was, of course, at home in Sochi. What a dream it could be for them to win the title on Russian soil. Rasmus Israelsson. Third stones for Sweden. Of course, they look to become the first Swedish champions since Oscar Eriksson picked up the title back in 2011.
Tror det är ganska... Jag spelade en här och förut. Jag fick ganska lite curve utåt. Ja, jag också.
So it's been a bit of a dry spell for the Swedes. The last medal was 2012. Skipped by Rasmus Vrano. Of course, now playing with Oscar Eriksson and Niklas Edin. Artem Korytnikov. Most experienced player on the team, still only curled for 4 years. A little over curl and jam. That was not the tolerance there. Could have really hit that anywhere high side. Let's Sweden in here.
Swept it the whole way. Couldn't hold it. So a great chance now for Sweden. They would love to force Russia to take one.
Japp. Rent. Japp. Okej, så. Tack. Bra, Ronne. Tack, härligt. Или 5, давай 5. Давай 5. Мне 7-8 камней.
Давай поуже. Пошире точнее. Нет, да, дабл есть.
Свип!
Свип! Свип!
Свип!
Свип!
Whoa! Whoa! Свип! Whoa!
О,
Whoa!
Trying for the double. Over curls again. Still not too bad there. Hard for Sweden to hit and roll too far away without jamming.
Dämpad den. Rätt bra. Ja, tycker jag.
Here is Daniel Magnusson.
Japp. Hårt! Gärna. Hårt! Hela vägen. Bara toucha linan. Bara toucha linan. Bra.
Will avoid the jam.
Really nice.
Yeah, real good shot there.
Rättare än chappen.
He's been the alternate for Sweden at 2 European Championships and 1 World Championship. And I think that's because Nicholas Edin sees him as the next upcoming star for Sweden.
Yeah, having been on the bench for Nicholas Edin, great experience coming into this event for him to see the tactical side of the game.
But also everything around a championship. You know, just getting used to the fact that you have pre-game practice, you need to match stones in the evening, there's a schedule. It's just a lot of extra things that come into play when you play a championship, as opposed to a bonspiel.
Japp. Hårt!
Big sweep from Anton Regosa. He's trying to hold the stone here, but sounds like it's over curling. And it's going to chip and roll out. Mistake by Magnusson. Which means Russia now have the chance to blank the end.
Чуть поуже!
окей.
Andrei Dudov. Does throw these up-weight shots pretty well.
Whoa!
I might have got this started here. Will actually stick around.
So another error.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes from both the fourth players in this first end. Russia will end up scoring one, and that is the score. After one end of play, Russia 1, Sweden 0.
Ja, det är ju optimalt läge nu.
Ja, en corner.
Bra spel.
Ganska nära. Helt okej om den är in. Det är ingen katastrof. Vi börjar vicka lite.
Один тоже можно брать. Скажем так, что валит хорошо.
Вес.
Есть!
Куда идет?
Есть супер!
4 фута.
Делай
делай.
есть! Пока
Getting
4!
a great look at how these stones finish on this terrific ice surface.
О, 126.
Уже нету лишнего.
Having to throw them well wide, and then they'll just swoop in at the end.
Поуже, мне кажется.
Russia coming into the house. It's been a really good venue for the championship. Great building, and of course, bringing in the great ice makers, Mark Callan, Joe Fritz, and their team. They've provided some really good ice for the players, and seemingly very quick and consistent. As we take a look at the rules of play, it's a 5-stone free guard zone, so we see Sweden now putting up the corner guard, Russia not allowed to make a play on it. The game is scheduled for 10 ends. We expect them to play a minimum of 6 as per the rules. The teams will have thinking time. If they do run out of thinking time, the game is over. They will concede, so important to keep an eye on the clock. You want to have some time left over for the final ends, not to be rushing important calls. And of course, they can always call a timeout, bring their coach on when in trouble. Doesn't quite finish for Lysakov. So that red stone top 12 stays partially open for Sweden to make the hit and roll in behind their corner guard.
Sorry, for. Oh,
Even rolling too far here would be good for Sweden, but this one's over curling. I think just soft of weight, but actually gets a split off the center guard, and I think Sweden will take that.
Yeah, good result to have the second corner and the center open.
Lite tight satt på den.
Also just replace the center guard.
Хороший вес, 25.
Андрей первый пока, Андрей первый.
Линия будет, только вес. Давай, давай вдвоем пошли. Давай.
Суперлиния, только вес. О, сам.
Найс.
Хорош.
В этой линии нормально.
Хороший гард.
Хорошо едет, тут не садится почти.
Comes a wee bit further than they'd wanted, but does provide a center guard.
Vicka! Okej.
Okej. Kör Karl!
Okej.
Rent! Japp!
A great double by Ragosa.
Yeah, really nice. Just with Russia bringing that guard a bit further, allowed Sweden to use it. They've completely opened up the center, and they've got corner guards in place.
So Russia's going to put up a center guard. Now, explain, why wouldn't you come around the corner guard if you're Russia, for instance?
So right now, Russia, they don't have last stone. They would love to force Sweden to take their one here. So they want to keep the center blocked. They don't want to get into a tussle behind the corner guards, because that would favor Sweden.
Так, ну, вес постановки в дом, двойка где-то нормально.
Russia would, Sweden would be able to play with as much risk as they want around that corner. And if it doesn't work out, they can always draw the button for the single. See Sweden trying to play the roll off the center guard. So they will leave that guard for Russia to come around, but if anything, it's yellow now.
Yeah, it's very usable for Sweden there. When you're coming around a guard, you like to come around your own colour, not your opposition's.
Значит, наврали.
Опять хорошо.
Линия есть!
Пока нельзя, пока больше.
Линия пошире пока!
Очень много веса, меняется пока.
Подсаживаться,
Высадиться!
Тилайн.
Внимание, линия!
Тилайн. Тилайн.
Внимание!
Тилайн.
Можно
4
валить!
до. 4 до.
Валить,
Constant
валить, валить, да!
communication from the sweepers.
Да, пошел, пошел,
On
пошел,
the way.
пошел! Да, 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 да!
Want to drag
Еще
this
делать!
pretty
Делать,
deep.
да, 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 да,
Don't
да,
want to leave
да,
that
еще!
run back
Еще,
too short for Sweden. That's pretty good there.
Really nice draw. Retnikov's looked really relaxed all week.
Speaking of run backs, I think this guy's made some in his time. Sebastian Kraup. Of course, long-time third for Niklas Edin. World champion in his own right in men's curling. And of course, Alison Kraviazik's sitting next to him as well. So quite the power bench for the Swedes.
Certainly is.
And Piotr Dron.
Был один, вес один был.
There's no
4, наверное, вес.
featherweight himself.
Подсел.
World champion, mixed doubles, represented Russia at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, it's great the teams are being able to
Линия есть!
get coaches on board who have got all that experience.
Линия чуть пошире!
В
Можно
конце
валить!
свалит, Андрей, в конце свалит.
Валить!
Нельзя валить.
Нет, нет, не
Не
вали!
валить, не валить, Коля, не валить.
Не валить, не валить, не
Нет,
надо
не валить,
валить, держи.
Делать вес!
Средний
Да,
гад.
да, 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 да,
Давай,
да,
давай,
делать!
давай, давай,
Делать,
давай,
делать,
еще,
делать,
еще,
делать!
еще,
Валить,
еще.
валить,
Big
валить,
sweep
валить!
from Russia here, trying to curl this one over. Again, just going to show the wrong side of the shot stone, leaving Sweden with a hit roll behind the corner guard. Would have been much better over curling an inch there.
And just with it that bit higher, with a good swing in the ice, Sweden can come round, tap it back, get the roll.
Bra pass, lite ner! Slapp! Hårt passen, hårt. Den här är jättenen. Hack! Hack! Järnet! Järnet! Järnet!
Trying to hold the line here. This is over curling.
Kom igen! Kom igen!
Again, just coming up light
Okej.
in that path. You do see that sometimes early in the games where, especially coming this way, coming to the home end,
Precis touches här kanske.
and maybe especially
Kom igen!
on the last game of the round robin, really trying to draw the button in the draw shot challenge, so not playing a lot of shots down the center line. And you might see the ice just be a bit fresh, the pebble not fully broken down. So when you come inside the draw path, it could be just a tad slower in the first two ends.
Есть. Средний гард.
Something that's
Пока
quite
шире
normal.
линия!
And
Ребят, шире линия!
Линия
the
будет.
team should know by now.
Четко.
Туда идет сам.
Да, сам идет туда.
Идеально. Надо.
Russia's played this center guard a few times. They should
сам.
get it
Сам
right
вообще.
here.
Сам, сам.
Comes a little bit deeper.
Хорошо идет. Валить,
Oh, get a
валить,
bit more
валить, валить.
finish.
Андрей, какой валит?
That's pretty good there from Andrei Dudov.
Yeah, really nice guard.
Daniel Magnusson not going to hesitate whatsoever here. Calls the run back. He's already in the hack here.
Yeah, Sweden have had a good setup at this end, but just haven't had the opportunity from that last one to get behind the corner.
Well, I've seen it come out in evening practice this week, just running stones back left and right.
Lopp! Lopp! Gärna!
So close. That is really unlucky to stuff that in the forefit. That's just a hair
Bra satt.
left or right, the shot's made.
+1.
Какой
Wow,
стей?
with that kind of weight, that is
Там
a
вообще
tough break.
нету.
4 до.
Вот столько? Ну вот сюда мне
Там
нравится.
наоборот, куда пройти надо. Сложно.
Линию сделай, главное.
Хороший.
Хорошо.
Спокойно.
Russia will draw around. I think they're going to leave that hole for Sweden.
Куда идет?
Вес надо.
Можно вес.
6 до начала. Можно свип. Можно.
Главное в дом.
Свип.
Много
6
линий
до.
подряд.
4
Много,
до. Линия.
много.
4
Легко
до.
линия, легко линия.
Можно. Можно,
Нет,
можно,
свип.
можно, да. Делать.
Да.
Делать, yes. Да. Делать. Делать, да. Делать.
Bringing this right around. Don't want to split off.
Вы смотрите только линию.
Андрей, спокойно.
Вы по линии ничего не говорите.
Можно, можно, да.
We're trying to curl it at the end.
That's the intensity we're used to seeing from Dudov.
Повыше вставить.
Jag ser ingen sån här jätteuppenbar verkligen.
Can Sweden see enough to lift the double?
Han smal lite för lite på den där.
Jag försöker sätta den så eller?
Ja.
Vilken hand gäller?
Thinking he can't see enough of the red to make the double. We'll see if he will ever change his mind from the hack point of view. Sometimes
Sätta den i klykan.
it looks a bit different from the hack.
Det är bra.
But no, it's just going to run this back. Russia actually made it a bit difficult, leaving those side by side. You're pretty much going to have to hit the yellow right into the pocket of the two reds. You could actually get a blank end here.
Yep.
If he catches this perfect, you'd see the yellow spin around the pocket of the reds and out the side door. Runs it back. Oh, so close, just over curls a hair. Gets one though. You can see how accurate he is with those run backs. Russia better be careful in the next 8 ends not to leave him too many shots like that. But for now, steal of 1 for Russia and a 2-0 lead.
Bra stenen går där.
Bara sätta vickan här, måste få in den emot.
Я их пугаю.
Что время?
Можно, да.
Есть.
Вес надо, мне кажется.
Надо.
Куда идет? Если 26, то оставляем.
Начало.
26 тогда.
Начало.
26. Ребят, 26
Начало.
оставьте.
Он начало идет. Начало идет. Уже не идет.
Давай тогда 4 делай.
Делай 6. Да нет, делай 6 футов. 6
Он
не остановится уже гордон.
Все, давай тогда
Нету
делай
6.
свип.
Начало.
Я еще
Он не
на половине
остановится,
дороги
Гордон,
сказал,
в любом
что
случае
делаем
зацепится,
6, если
и
мало. Можно было.
Russia gets us going once more. They lead Sweden by 2.
Det ska bli excepning. Håll igång den lite. Lite tajt, Anton. Ja.
A corner guard to be put up by the Swedes once more.
Ligger precis bakom mellan loggorna, typ. Linjen är bra. Bara fundera lite så är den bra. Ja. Det är bra. Det är bra där. Bra sop, grabbar. Вес есть!
25.
Весгар средний. Только линия!
Вов, поднимите,
Только
парни.
вес!
Начало.
Внимательно
Линии
вес
много
смотри.
пока. Линия будет.
Можно подвалить.
Вали,
Подвалить
вали,
немного.
вали, вали.
Вали! Валить, да, валить!
Давай,
Ближе,
давай,
ближе
завали,
делай!
завали.
Да,
Давай,
надо, еще!
Окей. Хорош. Молодец.
Не хватает по линии.
Again, we see the guard from Lysakov curl less than his first draw. So might start to wonder if his second stone curls a bit less, or he's just throwing them a little bit differently. Either way, might be an idea to take a bit less ice for the guard, as he keeps exposing the wrong side of the stone in the house. This time Sweden won't play the hit and roll, though. They'll come straight around the corner guard. So I'm just trying to change up the tactics a little bit. Just enough to get a nibble.
Yep, good setup.
Taking a look elsewhere, Germany is up by 2 on Switzerland. Russia leading Italy by 1. USA up by 1 on New Zealand, and also Canada up by 1 on Scotland. So no teams really running away with it so far. Pretty even contest in the men's field this year.
It is, and it's so important for Russia here to just concentrate in their own game and not look across the sheets and see what other teams are doing, because it could have implications for them, but they just have to focus on their game. Go for the win. But Sweden will have other ideas. They've still got the chance in this championship.
Yeah, right now Sweden are lying 4th, so that would be the 4th playoff spot. They are 1 win ahead of the other teams behind them, so with a win here, they will be guaranteed a spot into the playoffs. For Russia, it's a must-win. They don't have a very good draw shot challenge, the Russians, so I think even with a win, there might be... they might need Switzerland to lose to Germany, which could happen. The Germans are looking very strong this week, already qualified with 6 wins. Well, we'll have this scenarios a bit clearer for you as we progress and see how games finish out. But certainly just a win here for either team. Real crucial. The Gosan just getting past the top red, at least gets the back one.
Вот это выбиваем, ошибка тот.
Я понял. Шире.
Yeah, so we're just going to play a hack weight. That yellow guard is fairly well buried.
До конца! Да, да, да!
Да, да.
Really nice.
Wow, perfect. Gets the tiny chisel off his own red and just spins in behind cover, top 4. Could not have done that any better.
Really nice, and fist pump. He's happy with that one.
So far, the end's not setting up well for the Swedes. Being outplayed at front end positions, and having to peel and run stones back to open it up. Anton Regosa goes 1-2. That's real good. But still Russia lying 1 and throwing the guard, so Sweden just on the back foot once more in this third end.
У них, смотри, у них подвоз закрыт. Не, давай закроем.
Нормально же будет. А здесь они будут распиливать.
Там,
Я закроем.
не знаю.
Закрыть хочешь?
Да, вот все.
Ладно.
Я чувствую, что был начало.
Он хорошо стоит. Вам нравится закрыть, ребят?
А?
Вам нравится закрыть?
Мне нравится, да, гард.
Мне гард.
Какой мы средний везем? Выше того желтого или ниже?
Повыше, выше, да, чтобы по двойной не встать. Поэтому везем высокий.
Можем пошире, мне кажется. Да не, нормально, нормально.
Нормально.
Меня есть!
Вес меньше. Нет, супер вес.
24 хороший будет, да.
Меня есть! Меня супер только вес!
Пока.
Средний. Нельзя валить, нельзя валить!
Не,
Сам туда
Нельзя!
идет, сам туда идет, сам.
Нельзя! Вот сюда
Запомни
надо!
Сам туда
всё.
идет.
Нет.
Может, перевал будет.
Пусть сядет тогда, пусть сядет.
Он
Сам
ближе
до
идет.
конца.
Уже фриз идет, нет, не фриз. Пусть сядет.
Окей.
Хорош.
Så jävla kul att missa den dock. Den är jävligt tung att missa. Får skjuta den.
Даже если делают, у нас гард остается.
Да.
Jag tror jag gillar centern mer. Känns som om vi missar så gör vi bra ändå liksom.
So Sweden need to score at this end. So they have to get the centre opened up. Can run back the guard to the one at the top of the four.
Gets the double on the center guard. That was the option offered by Magnusson. Either run it straight back or get the double. So good tolerance. As you know what, open up that center line.
Горда?
А?
Горда?
Что?
Окей.
Это такая же линия была, по-моему, пошли.
Линия, мне кажется, пошли.
Yeah, that looks a lot cleaner now for Sweden. They've got their two corners that could potentially still be used. Russia don't play the perfect guard.
Линия уже.
Вес чуть похоже, вес тут.
Поуже
Поднимите
линия.
голову, ребят.
Вес средний гард.
Вот сюда.
Супер средний.
Воу-воу-воу.
Линия супер. Супер
Сам туда
линия.
идет, чуть повыше будет. Сам туда идет. Хороший гард.
Вот сюда,
Линия,
ребят,
линия.
вот сюда прямо вот. Прямо на счет. Воу, воу, воу.
Воу, воу.
Нет, 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 нет. Чтобы не достали, чтобы не достали.
Хорош.
Хорош. Спасибо, ребят.
Yeah, really nice. Completely guards a stone in the house.
Да, достанет, проверяет. Ничего, достаешь все? Достает его вообще не.
Måste försöka nu.
Gillar inte att skjutsa igen. Jag har inget emot det.
Eller?
Kan ni ställa och skjutsa igen? Har ingenting. Känns som vi försöker ta 0 nu, Daniel.
Hör inte.
Gillar att skjutsa en till. Hoppas på att de lägger en sämre grabb. Ja, kan du ta lite mindre?
Sweden's just hoping for a half shot on the guard from Russia, but so far they're putting up the perfect guard. So there's just no way to get to it other than the run back.
Japp.
Just a tiny bit wide from Isaacson on this one. So Russia to replace the guard once more, down to the last 4 stones in this end.
Когда он дойдет до 4, я вообще уверен.
Sweden will be looking to blank now, most likely.
Линия,
Я думаю, линия норма.
наверное. Пока.
Поменьше, да.
Вес гард. Дальний. Дальний средний на щетку идет. Чуть выше.
Andrei Dudov.
Супер
Только
вес.
линия, Артем, пожалуйста, только линия.
Воу.
Можно.
Валить.
It's all about the line.
Давай.
Валить.
Воу,
Да.
нет,
Воу.
нет,
An
ничего.
overcurl here.
Ничего. Хорошая идея.
Does overcurl a fraction. See if that's
Спасибо.
enough for Sweden to chase it. I think so.
Супер линия.
Yeah, it is slightly higher, so there is the opportunity now. Just tap back, wait. Try and get the hit and roll behind.
Not going to like the view from the hack here, I think. That is just a sliver open. So playing a very controlled weight here, saying if we catch the guard and spin the shooter onto the rings, that's a good option. Certainly what's not a good option here is to
Lite upp.
overthrow this one and go right past everything.
Bra fart.
At least just push the red stone out in the open. Wouldn't be bad here. They are around the center guard. How long, how far can they push this red? They do push it out in the open. That's not a bad play.
Really good shot. Gives them options with his next stone.
Certainly does.
Precis igenom när den kom ner typ.
Very casually passing that guard.
Stirrar bara så.
Yeah, I can see if he throws any more weight, the yellow's going to bounce out in the open. With that shot, a score of 2 is not entirely impossible.
Yeah, because now Sweden could use that yellow to angle across to the shot, or they could play it on the shot stone. So Russia can't guard both.
Of course, leaving Russia with shot stone here, they have a chance to come in and sit 2. Stood off, but says top 4, half buried around that yellow. Big trouble for Sweden. Hard for a line here, the Russians. Needs to get past the center guard first of all. And they have that yellow to worry about as well. Don't want to bounce out in the open, leave a double, but I think they will. Wow. Couldn't afford to do that. So all of a sudden, a shot to score 2 for Team Sweden.
Yeah, that was a great setup shot there.
Ну тогда ближе не встал, если бы мы его до того.
And Russia knew they had to be in for that second counter.
So after that great tap by Magnusson, see if he can get the payoff here with the double takeout. Needs to stick the shooter as well. Last stone, third end, trailing by 2. Looking to tie the game up. This looks real good. That's a skip stus in the books for Daniel Magnusson and Team Sweden. Tied game indeed.
Det är nästan bättre det första slaget än vad man ville spela på den. Härligt.
Here we go.
Härligt. Sådär då. Nu är vi med igen.
Четвертый энд забираем. Сейчас за боковым.
Ну даже если бы не его за желтый заводили, он все равно 10.
Lite mer än de andra. Wow. Ser lite lång ut. Folke. Nära nu.
Bara rent, ser lite het ut.
Nära.
Ta det lugnt då.
Nära.
14-8. Där då. Han gör dem. В доме?
Да, в доме, но...
Sweden gets the ball rolling at the 4th end. Great score of 2. What we call a skip stus.
Есть.
Только вес.
Внимательно вес.
25. О.
Надо.
Можно повалить.
Андрей, вес,
Нет,
смотри.
меня будет, все будет.
Внимание.
Давай, вали. Нет.
Вали.
О. Давай, еще. Окей, хорош.
Absolut.
Хорош.
Вес был 4.
Känns okej. Bra linje.
Kan köra.
Ja. Ha det så där det går.
Ralle.
Det är ganska
Ralle,
hög
bör
här.
få ner den. Kom igen, behöver Karla också. Kom igen, Ralle. Kom igen. Lite till. Okej, där.
Det är bra.
Ingen katastrof.
Так не хочется? Не, мне не нравится. Да, может, привезем? Привезти.
Там дыра есть просто.
Давай вот так, наверное, пока.
Давай уберем, а.
Надо...
А ролл не надо туда?
Окей. Надо ролл. В центре нельзя оставлять его. Либо пил. Вес 0, либо ролл, либо пил.
So looking for the hit and roll off the stone, top 12. Saying if they roll out, it's okay.
Без контроля.
Dominant knows the stone here, leave a center guard.
Свип.
В другую сторону.
Валить.
Навалить.
This one is over curling, so actually ends up rolling the other way, and that's actually
В доме, в доме, в доме.
better, I'd
Супер,
say.
это вообще классный бросок.
Gets it onto the rings.
Хорош, хорош.
В доме?
Да.
Lite curler, Anton.
Ja, nollan tror jag.
Sweden's been pretty good at stealing ends this week. They've got 11 stolen ends. Tied with Scotland at second for most stolen ends this week, just behind Canada and Switzerland with 12.
Kan behöva curla den här.
Ligger 8. Ligger 8. Nästan topp 4. Topp 4 nu.
Curla. Vart är vi?
Topp 4.
Would you say it requires a different skill set to steal than to score to with hammer?
I think both are
Anton.
what every team wants to be able to do. And I think it's all set up by the lead's stone positioning,
Либо гард.
Колодка.
how efficient the team is. It's a lot easier to achieve both of those.
Да, нормально.
You know, you can have a game plan, but if the stone position's not where it is, where you want it to be, then you have to change that game plan. But a team that can do both, score multiple with the hammer and be efficient at stealing,
До конца.
are going to be hard to beat.
Свип.
Вау.
Нет, не вол.
Certainly if you have a team that's really good at drawing and placing stones, like you say, getting those lead guards up, and if you're then able to just put your stones top 4 time and time again, quite often you'll be the first one in there. Like we saw Russia earlier, how well they were placing their guards. You know, that's the kind of skill set that's going to get you a lot of steals.
Nära. Aj. Ja, den ligger.
Here we see Anton Dragosa coming up. A little heavy, I think, on the guard.
Låt den bryta då.
Quite often it only takes one mistake to have a stolen end ruined. This comes in, top 12, so allows Russia to make a double.
Är samma tid på klockan eller? Nej, jag hade hårdare på den här.
Really could have been anywhere with doing the house and the hog line.
Kändes ganska identiskt. Jag låg lite
Again,
tajtare. Så jag
use the
försökte se-
sweepers. There's nothing worse than sweepers standing back, watching a stone the whole way down. Can't affect the outcome if it's too heavy.
Андрей, ой, Коля первый.
Свип, свип, свип. Да.
All wide here from Vlasenka. Karitnikov trying to call an audible. Get past the top yellow. Doesn't quite get there, but still removes one of the Swedish counters.
Уже просто в топе.
A let off for Ragosa. His mistake not going punished.
Я просто хотел... На плюс 3 они все равно будут.
Sweden will have a chance to guard again.
Yeah, Russia will be annoyed that they didn't capitalise there, and they've got last stone.
Känns bra i fart.
Kvasten.
Det är bra.
Rasmus
Bra fart nu. Jag
Israelsson
gillar farten.
Grym linje. Grym linje.
from
Ligger
Gävle.
lite kortare nu. Lite
Sweden.
kortare.
Riktigt fin linje. Härligt.
Ja, bra.
Bra spel.
Bra Rolle.
Would be only about 4 years old. When the World Men's Championship were hosted in Gävle. Of course, won by Sweden's Pia Lindholm.
Можно рано сделать.
Ну да, пил.
С этими роллами, зачем мы
Пил просто.
А что
Would be
хочешь?
surprised if
Ты
he
что
was brought
хочешь-то?
Я пил хочу, да.
Пил просто.
to see some games at a very young age back then. Not sure.
Ну-ка, отойди-ка. Отойди.
Do you remember the first time you were brought to a curling club, Rona?
Колодку хочу.
I do. I was watching my brother play. And I think it is one of these very friendly family sports that it's such a safe environment to be in when you're young.
Wow. Sweep.
Вау, вау.
Wow. Okay.
Sweden just quite happy to keep replacing the guard.
Certainly the teams have
Артем,
changed roles here.
скоро настигнет.
It's quite the opposite. The previous end.
Сюда бы не пробили.
Да, если мы
Надо
сюда-
было
Yeah,
лучше
Russia know they've got that nibbler at the front. The chance of two is still on for them here.
Ganska lika. Det är lika.
Sweden don't play the perfect guard.
Exakt samma. Lite kortare än här.
Håll igång då.
Nej, bra fart här också.
Linjen är undset vidare också. Vi kan nå
Anton,
fram
pröva.
nu.
Ja.
Men fortfarande bra linje.
Gå nu, gå nu.
Ja, vi kan gå lite Anton.
Bra.
Vi är nära i linjen nu. Vi är nära
Det
i
är bra.
linjen. Bara lite till. Rycker där, rycker där.
Bra. Härligt. Bra.
Anton.
Yeah, you can see the stone is on the rings. It is the most outer part of the stone that counts the striking band.
Yep, and you can see that the scribe line there was on the stone, and a lot of the stone sets nowadays are double insert, so you can use them on both sides.
Внимательно, внимательно. Воу. 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 Sweep.
Trying to run it back here. Krasnoyarsk. And wow, he's going to stuff it just like Magnusson did it earlier in the game.
Видел до конца.
Except that this one pokes out in the open.
Да.
Yeah, so Sweden, stone positioning here really important for them. They don't leave a double.
Tror du om kant 4 eller kant 8 där?
Fortsätt till
Ja, det är bra. Det var bra. Ja, en liten bonushängare där.
Ja. Gillar ni draget eller garden?
Topplock.
Okej, ja. Jag gillar det bäst.
Helt okej, topp 8 också. Ja, exakt. Exakt.
Ja.
Ja. Helt okej, topp 8 också.
Ja, det gillar jag.
Ja. Blir det på som tiddragningen här, antar jag?
Inte upplevt något annat.
Nej, bra. En tight.
Lite upp den här.
Tight.
Lite tight. Bara om det behövs.
Bara,
Bort 4
bara.
just nu.
Bara.
4. Nej, bra fart. Bort är vi. 10, precis 10 nu. 10. Kan vara bort 4.
Kom med Sebbe, kom med! Gå nu, gå nu, gå nu, gå!
Där ner han, där ner han. Perfekt linje.
Åh!
Inget.
Bara stanna där nu!
Ja.
Want this to stop.
Ligger precis ovanför 10. Jättebra. Bra.
So has it
Bra,
left? It has just came fractionally further than they wanted.
Godhooken.
А если так попадем, то
Still
хорошо
pretty
будет.
good. Puts the pressure on Russia.
Gå nu, gå nu, gå nu, gå!
Där ner han, där ner han. Perfekt linje.
Åh!
Inget.
Bara stanna där nu!
Ja. Ligger precis ovanför 10. Jättebra.
Там да, был не хочешь, нет? А? Да, был, нет?
Seemingly Russia can't see enough of the inside of that hill to make the double.
Артем, ворота вполне есть, покажи вот так.
Probably could with a controlled weight.
Вот здесь.
Не, вот там. Вот там.
Yeah,
Right.
he'd
That.
attempted to play that. I think from the hack now he's realising he
Yep.
can see more than he thought.
Остро здесь надо, Андрей.
Остро.
А гард убираешь, хотя бы они по двойным
That's what we
стоят.
mentioned earlier. Sometimes we get to the hack. It does look a bit different. But in the end, they do call the run back after all. Real tough shot to make.
Внимательно. Воу.
This one's hanging. Doesn't get any of the yellows. I think he just had a bit more room for error. with the double. Could have played a control weight.
Yeah, because even if he'd come off one and left his counter, he would then be lying second and third. So the pressure would really then be on Sweden to make sure they played a good one.
Visst är det mitt på lin, eller bite-linan lite övercurlad här?
Ja, det är bara precis så de inte har håller där.
Ja, exakt. Bite-linan här. Ja, lite mer. Ja. Ta nu, som
Sweden
bit
have to
till,
be
tror
slightly
jag.
careful here
Som bit till. Så mycket till.
with the guard. Again, that double's not available for Russia.
Vad sa du? Ja, det gör han.
Får han ett, får han chappa våran?
Ett är det ju på att chappa den, men det är ju två om man gör dubbeln. Vi måste ha mindre.
Ja, han ligger inne med den översta där.
Ja, ta så mycket mer. Vad sa du?
Ja, då håller jag helt med.
Ja, exakt. Och sen är det ju optimalt, de är bättre än den på 12-stenen som de har inne. Så en sån bit in på 12. Ta en sån bit mer, eller?
Ja, det är bra.
Ja, det är en sån bit mindre tiddragningen. Det är ju till locket där.
Ja.
Nu ska vi bajta linan, typ så här.
Ja, precis. Ja, jag är helt med vart den ligger.
Ja. Lite tight.
Ska mycket mjukare den förra. Nej då, bra fart då.
Ja.
Borde ligga där nära i alla fall.
Ja. Sebbe för linjen.
Ligger bra tror jag. Lite tight om något.
Lite tight då. Men bra linje nu. Sebbe, håll i Sebbe.
Sweepers really trying to work this for line.
Räcker nu. Räcker. Okej, det där.
Känns som Jimmy-dubben finns inte där i alla fall.
Seem fairly happy with that. Just covered enough of the inside of the yellow. There you can see. Really well positioned.
Он полностью открыт.
Вес 0,
Magnusson
думаете,
happy
нормально?
with that one.
Только не откидывай, пожалуйста. Аккуратненько, спокойно. Нормально ходит?
So Russia now trying to come through the gap. It would just be for one, but the gap is there. But Sweden couldn't guard both shots. They had to guard the double.
Sweep! Sweep!
Sweep!
Sweep! Да, sweep!
They're on it early. They need to get through the gap.
Sweep! Sweep!
I think they are through, and will nose it for the single here. Andrei Dudov, to the delight of the home crowd here in the Crystal Ice Arena. With that point, Russia will lead Sweden 3 shots to 2 after 4 ends played.
Absolut, tycker jag är bra. Jag tror vi håller oss borta nu från corners den här omgången i alla fall.
Можно.
Зацепился камень.
Камень зацепился! Ну вес гард! Ближний! Нет, 6 до. Это дом. Дом идет.
А что случилось?
Камень зацепился. Он плюсанул. У него из руки уехал прям. О, 4 фута идет сам.
We are in the 5th end of this game, Russia-Sweden, last round-robin game. As you see, a bit of a pick-up on Lysakov's stone. Handles it very well. Never a nice feeling when you can feel some debris running underneath your stone. I think they were looking for a guard here, Russia, but to draw top 4 with that happen, pretty good effort. At the same time, Russia's game plan now a bit out the window.
Russia really hoping to force Sweden to take their one at this 5th end. Whereas Sweden's game plan, quite happy to blank this, come into the second half of the game with control in the even ends. So I think we'll see an end of exchanging hits here.
Что тебе не нравится?
Камень на краю дома. Вот что мне не нравится. У нас камни на краю.
Lite ner!
There's always an area with juniors and even men and women when they get new kit to play at a World Championship that it's washed beforehand, because fibres can come off quite easily and just cause these small pickups on the ice.
Вес контрол. 0 контрол.
Контрол? Окей.
Rasmus. Typ dämpad eller?
Свип.
Свип. Свип.
До конца. Да. Хорошо.
Both these teams this week are 4th and 5th on the stats. Sweden just 1% ahead of Russia in the team stats, so very even.
Does pretty well reflect the standings as well for them. Over the course of a week, it does paint a picture.
Yes.
Of course, you can be a bit penalized on stats if you play a very aggressive game, play a higher difficulty of shots.
Пока начало. Ближний.
And cliche in curling is
Ближний.
Нет, сам.
you need to make the key shots, not necessarily all of them.
Ja.
So with Sweden rolling out, gave Russia the opportunity to put up a guard.
Ja. Rent på den. Ja, bra. Bra Anton.
Вес гард.
Линия поуже.
Третий гард.
Линия супер. Только вес. Вес ближний хорош.
This Russian team from Irkutsk,
Пусть садится.
not too far away
Ближний гард.
from Krasnoyarsk, only one time zone.
Пусть садится.
Окей.
Also one of the bigger cities in Siberia.
Должны же сделать стейк.
Earned the nickname of the Paris of Siberia.
Любят стейк.
A lot of nice wooden houses. Very close to the Lake of Baikal, as we know now is the deepest lake in the world. So a short trip for them to come here. Very helpful for many teams, perhaps struggling a bit with jet lag, having to
Det är han så.
move across the world, even for Sweden. Quite the trip. We get 6 hours time difference from Stockholm.
Средний, ближний. Средний.
Speaking to the players this week, though, they've been extremely pleased with the event. The crowds, volunteers, venue, ice, everything's been really good. It'll be very interesting to see how many locals actually make it in for the weekend if we have both the Russian teams in the playoffs. As we now see a mistake from Sweden. Roll to a corner guard. Will Russia take the advantage here? I think they will.
Да, обязательно. Ну, хотя нет,
They're
можно
going to
и
come
за.
around.
Главное закрытый полностью.
Можно на центр поставить.
Есть два, наверное.
Andrei Dudov. Come around the corner guard here. Can get the force before halftime. Would like to keep this top of the tee line.
Можешь сесть, свип.
Только вес.
Линия.
Линия свип.
Можно стип.
Пол вес.
Только
Вес,
вес.
вес.
Только
Most
вес.
importantly, just get it buried here.
Много
Только
веса.
вес, только вес.
Тилайн.
Много веса. Много веса.
Держу тилайн.
Воу.
Нет, нет.
A little bit of room on the guard,
Вали, вали,
waiting
вали,
for
вали,
this
вали,
one to
вали.
finish.
Окей, найс.
Won't get it fully buried. So I think Sweden, I thought Sweden might be able to see enough to peel, but of course would let Russia just play the draw again. Could chase it with softer weight, play the hit and roll, but opting for the freeze here. Perhaps can't see that much of the stone from the hack.
T-fart, samma som uppåt.
Pretty tough to freeze a stone that's top of the tee line behind the corner guard. Just having to be pretty precise. Have to sit on the corner.
And if it is drawing, just to tap it back.
Farten känns bra på linjen. Känns bra I fart.
Really need to communicate this well.
Börjar kännas lite upp.
This one was a wider line to start. Taking its time to come.
Urging it to settle down here. Doesn't.
The weight was perfect.
Farten var
Either have
jävligt
to
bra.
be a foot less weight or a couple inches more curl. Either or. Just real close effort. Russia with a great chance now to hit this yellow and get the force.
Без контрол.
Нет.
Ноль.
Линия.
Свип.
Внимание, свип.
Свип. Да, свип.
Свип, да.
Давай. О, возьми.
I think they do just enough there.
Спасибо.
If they ever
Спасибо, Коль.
would have rolled a hair inside, they might have left a double and blank for Sweden. Not sure if they'll take it on here. It's pretty thin. Tempting though.
Tror inte det.
Skulle det vara en tredjedel minst då?
Ja.
Kanske är jättetajt.
It is tempting. But you don't want to lose anything here. Into a halftime break.
Finns ju absolut. Ja.
I think they're talking themselves into it here.
Nej.
Nope.
Ja. Han vill spela på det.
Or?
Ja.
I think they might go for it.
Tunnel.
Ja.
Yes, they are.
Vilken fart!
So there we go. Blank end attempt by Daniel Magnusson. Double and roll out. Last on fifth end.
Yep.
Trying to carry the hammer into halftime here. Anton Dragosa trying to hold the line for his skipper. 1, 2, there you go. Double and blank. Thought about it for a moment. In the end, that's what he wanted. That's the result he wanted to see on the scoreboard. Shot made. The score the same. Russia lead Sweden 3 shots to 2. We're halfway there.
Надо избавляться от этих, от центрального блока.
А в пятом вы специально гарку, специально дом?
Нет,
камень в руке.
Это ошибка просто, да? Все, ну окей, потому что, ну да, обнуляться нельзя было давать. Ну хорошо воспользовались их ошибкой сейчас. За гард закинули. Все грамотно. Чего он, как лед?
Ну,
Камни.
похуже.
Ja, lite, jävligt nära din cornerfriskning också. Liksom blir pyttelite lång liksom. Men det... Så är det. Ja, keep up the good work. Mm. Annars då? Husvagnen?
Ingen. Ja, jag tror den går fortfarande.
Var det? Var inte ni husbil?
Båda.
Var ni båda? Jävlar vad täta päron då.
Den husbilen är dock ingenting att säga något.
Wow, det där är ju min våta dröm det.
Ja. One red.
Second end of play, Sweden, Russia. A steal for the Russians. They lead 2-0 after 2 ends in the third. A great setup by Daniel Magnusson on the first. Chance to play the double and score 2 on his second. Beautiful skip stews by the Swede. Tied game after 3. In the fourth end, Sweden lying 2. Fourth player, Andrei Dudov, having to come through the hole. And does so. Sits on the forefit for the single point. Taking a look at the other scores, we see Germany, Switzerland, that neighbourly rivalry tied game at 2 each. Norway up 3-1 on Italy, looking for their first win this week. USA up by 1 on New Zealand. And the almighty classic Scotland, Canada, tied at 2 points each. Looking at the stats, we see a very well-played first half. Slight advantage to Russia. You could hear in Sweden's timeout, they talked about the ice and a few of the calls, but not really discussing too much, and had a very pleasant talk about something very non-related to curling, so they seem pretty chipper, ready to get back onto the ice with Hammer for the sixth end.
Серая.
Контрол.
Есть.
Контрол.
Внимательно вес.
Только вес.
4 до.
Контрол, Андрей, можешь идти.
Внимательно.
Только вес.
Надо 6. Падает вес.
We are in the Crystal Ice Arena in Krasnoyarsk, Russia, on Siberian land for this World Junior Curling Championships 2020. It is the home team, Russia, taking on Sweden in this very important game, the last of the round robin. Big playoff implications for both teams. Sweden with a win, they are a shoe-in for the playoffs.
Rasmus hela vägen. Rasmus!
Russia will desperately need a win here.
Ralle närmast i alla fall.
Rasmus.
Veka bara.
So very open so far through 5 ends.
Ralle var med nu.
Kör lite.
Pretty well played game by both teams.
Bra.
Можно по той же, ты как вызел.
Норма есть.
Норма линия. Куда идет?
Повалить можно.
Меняться не
Повалить
надо.
можно?
Да, можно, Андрюх. Нет, веса больше нельзя.
Давай, идет.
Давай, вали.
Не надо. О, нет.
Давай, вали.
Нет, не надо, Андрей, нет.
Хороший гад, нормально. Окей, найс.
Не слышно? Det är typ samma fart. Jag tror det också.
Я Артема слушаю, все. Говорит, давай повалить, я такой, точно?
Lite klen om något. Håll igång den, Ralle. Håll igång den.
Tight.
Kom igen.
Kom igen. Linje också. Kom igen.
Coming a little wider around the guard here, Sebastian Jones. Just
Rätt ok och fart på
takes off the center guard, sometimes coming wider into the unknown path. So you might find the ice a bit slower if it hasn't been played.
So 4 guards in play here in the 6th end.
Вес. Поднять.
Пока больше веса по ощущениям.
Sweden really want to control these even ends.
Sweep.
До конца.
Sweep.
До конца.
Looking pretty good for the tap up here from Vlasenka. Taps it straight back to the back 4. That's really good. Pretty hard to make. Perfect. I think Sweden now seeing how
Fan, du kanske kan få ner det lite, men
it's a bit
bara
too
dubbla
cluttery.
där.
Okej.
Sikta på.
Yeah, they need to get the center open.
Ja, 2/3. Okej.
Gonna make the peel on the Reds here. Looking at the angle if it's possible to maybe punch one of the yellow guards into the rings. Just a little wide. Actually punches a red stone onto the rings. But leaves a lot of corner guards. It's not a bad setup at all. Sweden, of course, will be, I think, going pretty hard to score a couple points here in the 6th end.
Yeah, Russia's stone with it being back 4.
Det kommer inte bli 0 här nu, så kanske dra bakom bara låta sätta dem lite press, kanske börja jaga. Går de i cornern så går vi efter kanske.
Freeze it.
You could hear Magnusson already discussing what to do next. Just knowing with all those guards and the red stone in behind, a blank is unlikely at this point. So just asking if they perhaps will ignore the center guard with the shot stone being back of the tee line. Might see them just come straight around the corner guard. That's a pretty long center guard as well, so it might be tempting to just play that draw. Use the corner guards.
It is, however, they've got to be careful. Russia could come around and bring a better one round that centre guard and lie too.
Well, that was a risk they're discussing and willing to take here.
Yeah, they have to try to score their 2. So use your corners. You've put them there for a reason.
Tight.
Tight line to begin with here. Can they hold the line here? Jones, Israelsson.
Lite upp. Det är bra.
Vart är vi nu?
10, nästan bak 4.
Might have overcooked this one.
Klart bak 4, bak 8.
A bit of a miscommunication there. Always a bit tough for the sweepers to judge the weight when the skips start screaming right away. It's almost like you start sweeping before you get a chance to read the speed of the throw. So it can be a little tough sometimes, that. Because, you know, if the weight's good and the line is tight, you have to go early to save it. You can't hesitate at the same time. If it is heavy, you can't sweep. So hard to judge that in the split second.
It is, because the instinct is when you're shouted at, you react. However, it is in for second shot.
Yeah, not bad there. And we do see Russia ignoring the yellow. They'll come around the center guard, so this end really shaping up.
Yeah, because if Sweden had come in and frozen this, then Russia would have been in on top as well.
Давай, делай вес, парни, делай!
Делать вес, да!
Давай 4 фута сделай!
Would love to get in for second here.
Окей, я понял.
I think they just do. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
By Russia.
really nice.
А он точно ближе?
Seemed a bit casual with it, but getting in for second there, it could be crucial.
This was always the danger.
Frysa där eller?
Vad sa du? Потому что я не хотел, чтобы они как-то вот отсюда сперва.
Team's going to come down here, have a closer look.
Det är svårt att bli av med
Jag är
allt
inte
det här
emot att frysa, det är ganska bra.
Jag tänker att vi skulle få lite press på dem där ifall vi går upp. Och,
Om vi fryser här, ja. Ja, det är bra.
Känns som det är svårt att bli av med allt det här.
Ja, nej, vi gör den här.
Ja, bra.
Låta dem missa något.
Ja, det ligger ju på Thailand. Kommer vi bara, alltså är vi lite utsida så har de ju ingenting heller där.
Det är bra här.
Två skotten blir bra.
Frysen där då.
Yes.
Från där.
Ser bra ut. Prata lite mer.
Lite mer, ja.
We'll play the freeze on the shot stone here. We have seen Sweden chase ends quite a lot with last stone, so might be a good idea to change it up a bit and try and get in there for shot stone. First thought was maybe to come after the stone Russia just threw, but very hard to do so.
Curla lite, få curl nu. Ja, Anton!
Need to get there. I think the sweepers might have left this one too long. You could hear them say it. It was light of weight and they weren't even sweeping. And that's really when the sweepers need to communicate that early on. And sometimes this weight is more important than line. That's not helping at all.
No, that just blocks it up even more for Sweden. The only benefit is it is usable for a raise.
Если что, пусть там фриз везет на +1. У нас +2 нас устраивает. Шире. Центр открыт почти весь.
Делаем центральный гард, да, Роб?
Не центральный, смотри, делаем вот так вот примерно.
По этой линии, да?
Вот по линии вот так вот, да.
Окей.
Можно даже шире.
Хорошо.
Чтобы он за него не завязался. Я даже еще шире. Вот. Да.
So Russia, a chance now to close the door here.
Линия поуже! Ближний!
Нет, средний.
On the other side.
Садится, да.
Перевал идет, перевал идет!
Нет, не перевал.
Перевал идет.
Подержи.
Да подальше вот здесь делать.
Там, да.
Вот здесь.
Можно.
Да, можно. Вот так лучше тогда.
Overcurl a wee bit there for Russia. Karetnikov not looking overly happy with it.
will run the yellow back. It is possible to run it back, get the double on the reds, and leave the run-in stone and the house to lie too. That would be optimal. Extremely difficult though. Israelsson. What's he got here? Pretty close. Runs it back. 1, 2. Oh, look at that shot by Israelsson.
What a shot.
Wow. Makes the run double. Enough to spin the reds out. And look at where the guard goes. Spills over, catches that red stone. That was in behind the guards. Beautiful shot.
That's why he put the guard there with the first. He wanted to play that with his second.
Yeah, it's always better to make the second shot. That is a cracker.
Без колодка.
Нет!
Без больше.
Борт! Поднять!
Борт! Можешь валить!
Свип!
Russia just
Свип!
wanted to tap this back. Hanging high of line. Oh, doesn't even make contact.
Зачем шире? Зачем? Не надо, Андрей.
How an end can turn around.
Wow. And we see that so often when a team makes a great shot.
Я сказал сразу.
It's just often followed by a mistake by the other team.
Tror du där eller?
Vi känner svårt den här.
You think it's a bit of a mental thing you get?
Du vet inte.
Snacka med dem.
Your morale's a bit crushed by a big shot like that.
It is, and you know, Sweden played a great shot. There's nothing Russia can do about that.
Kändes den bara liksom att den stannade upp.
Russia still had a shot to play.
Ta lite mindre.
And not over yet. Russia do have
Det borde ju inte
a
gå
couple center
långsammare
guards.
tycker man eftersom de har dragit 10 här.
Det är inte så vidare här, jag tror inte.
Really important
Topp 8 är bra.
to put this in the right spot for Sweden. You ever come deep, back of the forefoot, Russia can freeze onto it, take the whole end away now. A great setup by his third, Rasmus Israelsson. So now skipped on in Magnusson, looking to take full advantage. Hasn't had his ends set up too well by his team so far. This time it's certainly looking very promising. It's up to the sweepers as well here not to bring this too deep. Not bad there, perhaps a tad too far. Russia can freeze that stone and get second shot. At the same time, you don't want to leave it too shy for them to come around it. So
it's a difficult one because you can't be too far back, as you say, they'll freeze it. You can't be too short, they come around you. So it's trying to find that optimal place.
I think Russia needs to freeze this one here and concede the two.
Давай тайм-аут. Возьмем тайм-аут.
Timeout called by Russia. We will have Piotr Dron make his way down to the field of play. We'll see what he has to say.
Если чуть-чуть отскочит. Ну хотя, ну...
Что-то вы поздновато тайм-аут взяли. Мне кажется, сдвоенный гард можно как-то туда. Вполне. Нет? Надо было пораньше, когда выставляли вот этот гард, брать тайм-аут. Потому что сборная, типа, так, по сути, фриз, да.
Либо, слышишь, Андрей, либо вот сюда.
Это еще опаснее. Еще опаснее, не. По этой... Еще толкнемся, он открыто.
Так вообще не опасно. Мне кажется,
так...
Ты можешь...
Все, внимание, фриз на -2.
Типа все.
Играем.
А тут, если повезем, она толкнется вот так, и вообще плохо будет.
Фриз на -2. Хотя бы вот ту обрезать точно. Даже если вы -3 получите, трагедии не будет. Будет -2 по счету. Да?
-3 мы и так можем получить, здесь можем.
Но вы уже получили 7-м броском. Фриз везите,
да,
и все будет нормально.
Так, линия...
Линию вес знаете?
Да, знаю.
Спокойно, Андрей, аккуратно. Не торопись. Не забывай плюс дать небольшой.
Does seem like Piotr Dron comes onto the ice and calls the only right thing to do here, and that's to freeze the Yellowstone top four like we talked about. Anything else is just going to bring in a big end into play. Even if you make this well, Sweden still has to actually make the shot for the two. So it's not a guarantee, but what it will do is it will guarantee that Sweden can't score more than 2 points. But they need to get there first. Needs to get all the way down onto the yellow shot stone. Can they get it there? The sweepers really working this one, and it is right on the face of it. Fantastic draw and a good sweep. That's why Sweden just brought that one maybe just a tad too far.
Too much shorter, and they could have drawn around it.
Yeah, well, it would have been a very dicey draw for the Russians. Would have been tempting to put the pressure on them to do that, but I think Sweden also will be happy to have a forfeit draw here to score their two. A really interesting end here. Last on of the sixth, Sweden trailing by 1, drawing for 2. Starting to curl. Starting to curl. Sweeper not wanting to go, but they've lost this one again. Sweepers not fully paying attention here. Thought it was okay. That seemed shy away to me. Lack of focus from the front end. Only the one for Sweden. Tied game after 6 ends.
Dra farten här, lite hög kanske. Ja, håll igång den lite, håll igång den. Borde vara okej.
Bra linje, bra linje. Ser lite kort ut.
Ja, kom igen, ja.
Tappar den inte. Bra linje.
Bra sub, grabbar.
Daniel Magnusson will be a bit upset. Missing the draw for 2. Not sure if the sweepers could have got it there if they swept coast to coast, but just seeming very complacent with the draw coming down. Didn't seem to panic whatsoever, and in the end it was crash on the guard, light of weight. Very peculiar.
So they played a draw with these first and played it well.
Yep.
So whether the other side was just slightly different time-wise, and they didn't cotton on to that quick enough.
Well, you will see the Swedes, you do have a stopwatch on their broom. They can use split times, either backline to hog line, or it's become a bit more usual these days, T-line to hog. I think sometimes when you get a split time, you focus a bit too much on that. Let's say you get the same split time as the first draw, thinking, okay, it should be all right, but you really need to use your instinct.
Yep, so important to use your eye, because you can get hung up by numbers.
Time's really just a guide. Here, coming up shy.
Давай.
6 до надо. 6 до. 4 не надо заводить.
6 до.
6 до, он говорит.
I think we'll have a very interesting 7th end as well here. As the team now, teams will battle for position. Who's going to score in the even ends? Of course, with Sweden coming up short there. 2 guards in play. Might be hard for Russia to actually get the blank on the board. And now leaving a centre guard Russia as well, so it's going to be a very messy end.
Ja, tror den ja. Jag gillade min fart jag spelade uppåt här. Jag tror den kommer funka bra.
Kanske lite trögare också.
Noggranna med att ropa farten nu, jag hörde ingenting.
Ja.
Bra fart!
Okej.
Borde spicka den här dagen. Kommer Sacka den här boys.
Vänta!
Kommer Sacka den här boys.
Lite lös! Kom igen då!
Hårt!
Kom igen!
Hårt!
In på foten!
Hårt! Aj.
Kom igen!
Aj. Jag lämnar där. Trögt där ute eller? Det känns som det har trögat till. Vad spelar ni för fart där?
Did discuss that the ice could be slower coming further out. Just maybe slower than they thought.
Попасть! Я только что показал, вот.
Коля. Я же смотри.
Давай посильнее.
Давай.
It is a bit hard to guess the weight playing a new path, but quite often it'll be more or less the same weight as in first practice. Now Sweden did have the second practice, but the ice has been pretty much the same all week, so I should really have a good idea of what a perfectly fresh path would do that's been sitting for 6 ends.
Yeah, this is their 9th game, so as you say, they should have learned from previous games. Because the ice has been very consistent all week.
Tror du att det är samma fart där eller det här?
Ja, lite mer kanske.
That's some of the experience as well, although you see the top teams who's played so many championships on so many different types of ice surface, they'll just recognize how the ice acts very early, and doesn't matter what path or track they play, they already know the way to play, and they can just come off right at the bat and make all their shots. I've certainly played teams like that myself in the past. It's hard to grasp how good of a grasp they have on the ice so early in games. And I think that's just down to the experience and, of course, just the ice reading of the team.
And it's back to that word communication. It's always having that.
Yeah, it's really a team effort. Run back by Vlasenka. Wow, look at that. Runs it back. Jams on the backstone. Very close to leave that buried, just the shooter rolls a bit too far. Curl a touch more and that's perfect. You might avoid the jam and actually sink that stone in behind cover.
Sweden can see 3/4 of this. So a chance for them to lie to and really force Russia.
Anton!
Ja, gå.
Kom igen Anton! Kom igen för chappen. Bra.
Well played. Nice weight.
Stay или roll?
Roll.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the other games. We see Switzerland jumping ahead. 6-2 lead over Germany now. And Norway looking strong for their first win. 5-1 over Italy. Tight game between the USA and New Zealand. A 1-point lead for the Americans. The same for Canada as they play Scotland. Well, that Switzerland-Germany game can be pretty crucial.
Certainly is. And you just hope Russia aren't looking over and looking at that score line. They need to focus on their own game, because that could have a detrimental effect.
So what we're saying is if Russia wins and Switzerland wins, we'll have three teams tied. And with a tied head-to-head record as well, all beating each other, a so-called tail bite, if you will. And then the draw shot for Russia is the worst out of the three.
Yes. So it would mean that Switzerland would be the fourth place team to go through to the semi-finals.
Which means it's really a must-win for Sweden as well.
It is. If Sweden win, they're in a good position.
Yep.
Regardless of the Swiss score.
Yep, they would be a win ahead of the pack and make their way through.
Yeah, 6. Obviously, there's 4 teams that are vying for the semi-final places, but 6 teams will qualify for next year's World Junior Championship on ranking.
Yeah, also very important. I don't think any team wants to drop down to the B. I mean, that's obvious, but especially nowadays with just seeing the level and the B competition as well. It's just, and so many teams, very hard to make your way back up.
Yeah, this year there were 24 teams in the Junior B men's qualifier. So that's tough to only have 3 qualify out of that.
Sweden just coming up a tad deep here, but they do sink that one in, so definitely going to force a score in this end. And if they can keep Russia down to 1, they'll be very happy with that. Karetnikov will follow. Not sure if you need to be fully frozen on the yellow, because then Sweden will just come right back on top. A little bit of a panic. Looking a little bit hot for weight. I really can't afford to come up heavy here past the yellow. Gets a little rub and a roll. That is not the tolerance required from Russia on that shot.
No, top 4 would have been better than being back 4.
It's a real good chance now for Daniel Magnusson.
Yeah, stone positioning, really critical here. Can't afford to leave a double. Russia can still smile and laugh. They're enjoying themselves out there, this young team, gaining so much experience.
Yep. Borde vara nere där. Bra. Där var lite kort den här. På linjen.
Ser hård ut också.
Ja, lite tajt år. Den ligger bak 4, gör den. Ja, det gör den.
Ja, med Sebbe. Ja.
Ja. Ner mot den här. Ja. Nästan Sacka nu. Sacka måste ut. Kom igen.
Looks pretty good here.
Kom igen.
Det borde väl ligga grann. Det där borde väl ligga hyfsat, va?
Doesn't get it buried, but for those 2 stones at the back 4, very hard to remove for Russia.
Весом-то да, но тут надо почти в лоб. Почти в лоб, да.
Надо посильнее, чтобы вылетело.
Но ты можешь сюда... По широкой не надо, слишком широко не надо, Андрей.
Покажи, куда попасть.
Почти стей, вот сюда.
Не, надо, чтобы он отъехал, желтый.
Ну тогда вот сюда.
Да.
Тогда без шутера.
Давай без шутера. Еще раз куда попасть?
Остро.
Не, ну не остро. Нельзя по широкой, надо как-то потупее попасть.
Блин, ну тут он выкрутится, я не знаю.
Да, ну может.
Давай, короче, знаешь куда? Сейчас.
I think the only way to
Вот сюда попасть.
remove the shot stone here, get the double on the yellows, would be to hit the shot stone, catch about a quarter of the back yellow, have that spin touch the red and out the side door. Need to throw a lot of weight, and Andrei Dudov have certainly done that here. What's he got? 1, 2. Gets the little spin. That is not bad. Had to curl a hair more to have that spin all the way out. But even with that kind of weight, does get a lot of movement on that second yellow, as you see it spin off the back red.
Yeah, really good effort there. So now Sweden need to be very careful. Great chance to lie to, force the one. Can't afford to be heavy and leave a double.
Magnusson saying, have to bury this one. I'm not sure if I agree. Really, only just have to get edge on edge with the guard, and there shouldn't be a double for Russia. It's more of a weight shot, really.
Yeah, showing half here wouldn't be a bad thing. It's very tempting then for Russia.
Comes up heavy here. Oh, this could be a bit of disaster for Sweden. Onto the back red, leaves a double to score 3 for Dudov.
That was not where he wanted that one.
I don't know what the thinking was there. Maybe just afraid of coming up shy of the house.
Maybe short at the last end on his last draw, and maybe just overthrew it.
Maybe just not well communicated by the Swedes before that shot. Perhaps playing a keener path and not talking enough about it.
Well, it's the same path he came down with his first.
Yeah,
so
true.
He knew it, he'd played it, just overthrew it. And as we've said already, when you overthrow, your sweepers can't do anything to help you.
Big shot for Andrei Dudov.
Sweep! Sweep!
Last stone. 7th end. Double to score 3. Comes off the first yellow. Punches the second. Not far enough though. Only for 1. Wow. Sweden off the hook. I made that great freeze in the previous end to take away the big end from Sweden. But when he gets the chance himself to put a big score on the board, not able to capitalize. Only a single in this game, still very close. 1 point lead for the Russians after 7.
Ta poäng här är jättebra.
Ja, precis.
Вес есть!
Только вес!
Внимательно вес!
Только вес!
Внимательно! Надо вес!
Давай, 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 делай!
Ближний!
Еще один бегемот. Делай, оставь ближний. Давай, вали, вали,
Его еще
вали,
сделать
вали.
надо, ближний.
Повалить, повалить. Нет, не в дом нельзя. Не надо нам начало. Коль, ну ты-то куда, блин?
Почему он не едет-то?
Бегемоты, блин.
Какой вес?
3.
По весу 1. 1 вес был.
Единичка где-то.
А, да.
We are now in the 8th end. Russia with a 1 point lead on the Swedes.
Kolla upp!
Lite mjuk.
Se ut!
Russia missing that opportunity to score 3. Keeping this contest very close still. It's been a really good game.
It has. Both teams having opportunities, but just not capitalising.
Yeah, a couple of key shots missed here and there, but certainly a couple of key shots made here and there. Getting that intensity a last round-robin game needs.
25. Даже выше оставляйте, не надо.
Сам вес. 25. 25.
Вали.
Не надо валить. Нет. Сам свалит.
О. Рисковато.
Хорош.
Two centre guards up by Lusakov. Won't be too happy with his setup here. Well, off the centre line, the first one. Knowing Sweden's up weight ability, they'll have a good chance at making the double peel on those guards later on.
Yeah, this 8th end is key for Sweden with the hammer. They'll want to score here.
Känns lite upp just nu.
Bra linje nu. Bra linje nu.
Bra fart.
Bra linje nu.
Börja sacka.
Var med för garden. Håll i Anton. Nej, bra linje nu. Vi är förbi. Nej, vi kan ta rallen nu. Så bike 4.
Sweden are ranked 6th in hammer efficiency this week.
Bra.
Meaning how many times they score a multiple end with last stone.
Freeze.
Jag gillar ju kanske vicken på nästa Anton.
We have scored one deuce in this game. And that was really two brilliant stones by their skip, Daniel Magnusson.
Да, вес надо. Делай вес. Пока. 6. Суперлиния. 6. Линия свип. 6, да.
Линия будет.
Только линия.
Только вес.
Воу. Могу я.
Давай, сип. Давай, оу.
Тихо, воу.
Найс, хорош.
Супер.
Very nice corner freeze by Vlasenka.
Behöver bara vara typ sidefart.
Ja.
Sidefart är bra.
See the numbers for Mikhail, 79% having a good game this afternoon.
Magnalia i den garden.
Ja, exakt.
Anton Regosa just struggling a bit on the draws. Looking for a hit and roll off the tight guard. See if they can roll this onto the rings even. And over curls, catches the top center guard. That's okay.
Okej, så.
Bra där.
A little bit of a shaky kick out the hack there for Vlasenka.
Суперлиния. Чуть поуже линия поуже. Захок и все. А нет, суперлиния. Можно делать.
Too much weight, trying to
На щетку делай. Да.
Валить.
До конца, да, еще.
Давай, завали.
Places that center guard nicely. Can you hear him saying, whoa.
Oh, back leg, fishtailing.
Well, he seems to do that quite a lot, but he somehow keeps his upper body quite stable. You see some of the
good core strength.
Yeah, well, you see some of the top players do that as well. Especially the ones that tuck very up on their toe, so point of gravity really over the Teflon slider. Much better attempt here by Regosa. Plays the hit and roll, gets the shooter onto the rings.
Вес, контрол.
Russia looking to make the hit and roll back. It is Sweden lying shot stone. So for the time being, Sweden Could draw the forfeit to score there too.
Шире делаем, как стей.
So Russia might have to deal with that at some point.
Без контрол, да? Окей.
Внимание.
Вес, борт!
Нет, нет, нет.
Веса меньше.
Нет.
Внимание.
Нет,
Хорошо идет,
поднять.
хорошо.
Воу,
Свип.
Поднять!
воу, воу, воу.
Валить, валить, валить.
Срок возьми. Ладно.
Окей.
Doesn't quite get the roll, but lines those reds up pretty nicely. They can make a play on that. Red on yellow.
Швейцария, Германия.
That Yellowstone's definitely not in the safest spot at the moment for Sweden, as we see third players. Real good game by Tretnikov.
Jag är med på det. Kör på det.
Rasmus Israelsson, 68%, but you have to take into the fact that he's been playing a lot of tough shots, runbacks, and
Så illa tycker jag. Tycker det
Yeah,
känns som att
degree
det
of
håller samma
difficulty, and
typ.
a lot of his shots today has been
10,
pretty
15
high.
kanske. Bra satt. Skadar ganska mycket.
Lite
Lite
tajt.
svårbedömd. Lite.
Nej, bra linje.
Farten känns bra. Lite kort om något kanske. Nej då.
Håll igång, håll igång. Börjar bli tajt.
missed the weight call down this line earlier.
Den måste
And they
frysa.
lost this one too. Oh, looking pretty good. Dragging this onto the corner of the Redstone top 8.
Ah, fint.
Pretty good there.
Bra spel. Fan. Tog i fel sida.
А какой? В этот лучше. Там в любом случае желтый уходит.
Третий я хочу показать.
Третий? Третий.
Kom igen. Ah, fint.
Bra spel.
Здесь.
Ну, либо фриз,
Либо в один желтый, либо в другой.
может тэп.
Тэп.
Тэп нравится тебе?
Ну, скопление камней тут, смотри, видишь, тут по углам.
Ну, по углам.
Можно попробовать вот так сделать.
Вот
так.
Весом каким? Он уйдет шутер тогда.
Там хотел подать.
А ты со шутером хочешь?
Желтый
А весом
уходит,
каким?
красный остается
Ну да,
на
без
месте,
шутеров, в принципе,
красный
можно.
еще уезжает.
Типа вот так.
Ну да, это контрол, давай вес.
Контрол вес?
Так же сделаю, короче.
Можно и это чуть посильнее, чтобы он наверняка
Нормально
вышел.
вылетит.
Нормально?
Если не вылетит,
Russia will make a play on this Redstone.
Что, шире попадаем, да?
да.
Just going to try and run it back onto the Yellowstone. Just played by Sweden.
Контрол, да?
Have the guard stick right there. Have two reds on top of the shot stone. Try to line it up.
Внимание.
Controlled
Шире
weight.
пока.
Hanging a bit wide for the moment.
Свип, свип, свип.
Trying to come off the corner guard now. I think just a little bit too much of an in-out action on release there from Krasnoyarsk. You can see him pulling that stone
Зачем, Артем, зачем?
Нормально,
bit
фризом
wide.
стоит, считай, фриз привезли.
Yep, just edged it back at release. There's no recovery on it.
Вот ты фриз.
90.
So what damage has it done? It's
Jag vet inte vad som är bäst.
put a
Правда,
pretty
тут
good
сейчас
angle
всё
on for Sweden.
красное.
They know that that red to yellow is going to red.
Nej. Behöver nog inte köra så hårt heller, tänker jag.
Det här är ganska bra också.
Farten borde gå rätt igenom den, typ. Spela typ dämpad.
Träffa Chapp eller?
Ja, bara träffa så mycket vi spelar med dämpad. Ja, jag tror inte vi kan spela mycket mjuk.
Okej.
Gillar det. Klirrar förbi en bara där.
Ja.
Spelar chappelmarginal. Ja, alltså lite vick på den. Alltså vicka ut en halv sten är inte
det är
dåligt
inte
heller.
bra.
Det kommer bli bra där.
En padda.
Nej, ja.
Sits upp den här.
Ja!
I think they're going to overcurl catch the guard. Don't think that's such a bad option for Sweden at the moment. There's no double on those yellows. And the Ireland shot stone.
Sorry.
I think that's probably okay.
Вот так.
I think the two very much in play for Sweden.
Колодкой надо вот это. Ну тогда этот сверху, блин. Тын-тын-тын.
Да.
Ну надо...
Yeah, that was a stone that could really hurt Sweden if Russia had just come right around everything.
Вот это только убрать.
Да. Ну хотя, блин, вообще надо это. Давай вот это. Вот сюда получается.
Russia have used their timeout.
Хорошо.
They can't get the
Просто,
coach on
мне кажется,
now.
можно чуть-чуть посильнее, чтобы выбить наверняка.
Но он выбьется. Если, ну, можно борт.
Борт, я бы бортом бы. Чуть поуже, а то прямо держится, прямо.
Я откину просто, если что.
Лучше так, да. Ребят, вес борт. Да, потому что прямо.
Если что, в желтый тоже нормально.
Нормально, уверен, что такая?
Давай чуть-чуть. Да, вот так.
Мне кажется, еще можно. Это на колодку вес.
Борт.
Не откидывай. Без борт. Похож на контрол линия.
Свип.
Только линия.
Свип.
До конца.
Свип.
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 Да. Оу. Оу. Свип.
Свип.
Да.
Oh, just rubs off the top, yellow.
Okay.
Russia, Sweden lines too.
Не туда и не сюда, блин. Блин.
Går dubbarna över, tror du?
Det känns inte så bra att spela på den här.
Yeah, really unlucky there. Just rubbed it.
Jag tycker det är typ...
Vid två kanske?
Vicka in i så fall.
Sweden not loving the top right now though.
Det hade varit gött att spela vicken på den här, men det...
Känns som fan, ja i alla fall, det kanske.
Time eller?
Ja, gillar det.
Ja.
Sweden's going to call timeout here.
Timeout, Anton.
Pretty key end.
It is. They want to score at this 8th end.
Ja, det är lite trixigt alltså.
Ideally a 2 or 3.
Ha den vicken in där. Funderar om man skulle typ dra en tredje sten här.
Ja.
Dra en tredje sten här. Låta han vicka in på någon av dem. Han kommer aldrig lira på den där då om vi ligger 3. Och sen skulle han inte sätta vicken för vi lira in-off på den egen då med 2.
Det är inte helt dumt.
Det är inte så dumt. Dra en tredje sten här. Låta han vicka, sätta vicka på någon av våra. För det kommer han att göra. Och så får vi lira in-offen tillbaks.
Alltså jag är inte livrädd för hans vick här.
Nej.
Om han gör den så kan ni sätta 7an rätt ner på 1an liksom.
Ja, det är sant.
Om
Det
han
finns
gör
nästan ingen
vicken.
gömd
Så
vinkel
jag vill gärna dra och ligga 3 va?
Ja, jag funderar också på det. Dra
Alltså,
hit typ.
Ja, typ. Eller om vi drar en längre ner så kan om man sätter chappen på 3an så ska han ska inte kunna få en naturlig dubbel liksom.
Nej.
Så tycker jag.
Ja, men det
Det är lite klurigt att lägga den på bästa stället, men den kommer han ju få. Då får han ju den dubbeln.
Också.
Alltså 6an hit. Och då ska den ju ändå ligga. Så att alltså,
Typ 10 då?
Vad sa du?
Typ 10 här då eller?
Du måste ju smita den där.
Eller så lägger
du kommer
man.
inte kunna
Hur
ställa
blir
den
det
här
då
vägen.
om ni lägger den? Om han chappar om han skjuter på 3an?
Ja, då kommer den nog ta med
spinna
den.
hitåt här
Det är
eller?
inte omöjligt.
Ja,
Men gör han den inte perfekt, bara träffa lite
men
utsidan, då är det öppen chapp för 3.
Någonstans där nere Daniel tror jag är ganska bra ja.
Jag tror också det.
Så har vi
10 är det nog ganska bra.
Har vi 7an på 1an?
Det känns som att han borde träffa en typ chapp då om man ska ner här.
Ja, även fast han sätter den borde vi ha
chapp för 2.
Ja.
Det är ganska bra.
Det kan jag leva med. Känns lite svårt, lite klurig linje att komma in där. Vi får ju spela härifrån.
Så är det lite touch på den här, skulle det inte vara hela världen, men...
Nej.
Men det är ju den handen i alla fall. Bra liksom, som att göra en corner nästan. Det kan vara mitt rött kanske. Mitt rött ner på 10 här. Ja.
So you can see where Daniel Magnusson put his brush. They just want to draw to that
Ralle, hur långt in på 8-foten är den röda där?
open side, if you will. T-line, line 3. Comes back down for a second look, though.
Säger du?
En sån bit.
Ja, full 8.
The tough part here is Russia's going to have a lot of options.
En sån
Right
bit
now they
in på
have
8-foten då.
the run double on the top red. So if they put this in the wrong spot, it could be a run triple. But they're going to have to leave that, I think. they come slightly too deep, Russia could play the hit and roll off the yellow on the left, and if this shot's too deep, they could come off that and make a double. And even if they put the stone where they're supposed to, Russia might be able to play a shot off the red stone top 8 and make a double. It really depends where they actually put this one, what angles they're left. Russia's going to have a lot of ways to double off to yellows here. See if they can find a spot where that's not possible for them. Right on the T line. Right, so makes the double very flat, the cross-house one. That is the one Dudov looking at right away, though.
He has got the hit and roll behind the staggered cover.
По этой стороне?
Да. Ну или по этой, как тебе удобно. В принципе, надо по этой, потому что тут
Pretty close contest at 4th position here.
Не, контрола мало.
Ну это вот так. Как-то посильнее надо. А что сильнее? Ты боишься, что ты его не выбьешь? Сейчас тебе надо ролл ловить.
Да,
по-любому.
знаю.
Вес, который ты уверен, говори и все.
Я бы пятерка. Пятерка. Чуть пошире.
Sweden didn't mind leaving us hit and roll.
Большим весом.
Да, большим. Потому что я
They
не
would be able to get to it.
Какой там.
Russia, of course, will try to double here. Well, plan B could be just a roll halfway in behind cover. Big shot here. Dudov off the yellow. They will just roll. The roll's just a bit too far, but actually to a spot that's not too easy for Sweden to get to. Just a sliver behind that yellow stone, actually.
Yeah, and it lies short, so Sweden have to make a play on it.
See if the stone just stops there. It's real good, but rolls a stone and a half too far. But by rolling an inch behind that yellow stone on the left-hand side,
just that check has
Yeah.
made it really difficult now.
oh, that's not a lot of room for Daniel Magnusson, but it is a shot for 3.
Ja, hårt. Jättehårt. Wow, nej. Kan vi spela den på gul?
No sweeping here.
Does it curl in time for Sweden to get to the Russian shot stone off their own yellow? Will just push the red stone far enough to score 1. The shooter spins out the side.
1 yellow.
So both teams having a shot for 3, neither coming off. Sweden also just scores a single. So it's a tied game again at 4 points each. And the drama continues. 2 ends left to play here in the Crystal Ice Arena.
Jag försökte få fram den lite, men om han skulle spelat den, alltså sopa den där för att få, då har vi nog fått med oss 2, va? Bra fart!
Bra.
Den nära.
Okej.
Bra linje.
Lite hög nu.
Ser lite tajt ut också. Kom igen, behöver få ner den lite. Bra här.
Ja, det är bra sop.
Tied game. Russia, Sweden, 2 ends left to play. It's been a very eventful game so far. 8 ends.
Как ты хочешь.
very hard to guess where this one's going to go. Russia with last stone here and end 9, I think. The game plan's pretty obvious. They would love to blank and carry last stone into the 10th end. Tied score with last stone coming home. For now, they'll play the tick shot.
Без колодка.
Нет.
Нет, нет.
Колодка.
Можно валить. Валить. Вали, вали.
You won't always see teams necessarily play the tick shot if they're looking for the blank, because it leaves a lot of corner guards that Sweden could come around to force the score. This one actually goes all the way through, so they might have to change that game plan now anyway for Russia. If a second guard comes up from Sweden, they might have to come around and be the first ones in top 4. I think Sweden just calling the draw here, seeing how the first stone ended up halfway.
Hej!
Lite klent släpp där.
Hej!
Den här kommer först. Den här har gått på någonting. Den här.
This one has picked up some debris on Sweden. Can they get it over the hog line though? Get something out of the shot. Get it over that black hog line, and it's in play. Well, okay. They do get something from it.
At least it's still fairly close to the center line.
Nej, inte på klockan heller. Jag tyckte den drog
okay.
direkt. Ja. Vad sa du?
That is not the worst result from a pickup we've seen.
Норма вес.
Только вес, больше
Линия
линий
будет.
пока.
Линия есть, даже шире пока.
О,
Шире
много
линию.
линий, много линий.
Андрей! Андрей! Андрей, первый валите его.
О, поднимите, поднимите, поднимите. Окей, nice.
Хорош.
A really nice draw from Lysakov. Right in top 4.
Ja, jag tror vi där nu då. Jag tror en runt 90 för det jag känns bra. Jag spelar en som jag gjorde förra uppe på andra. Ja.
Sweden will try and come round. On the other hand, into the 4-foot.
Känns lite
tajt.
Lite vid den här Sebbe.
Bra linje.
Nej, lite vid.
Känns tajt.
Nej, bra fart, bra linje.
10, Ralle. 10.
Bara linje.
Känns där.
10. Ralle, 10. Kom igen. Dela in på 4.
Fortsätt pressa nu. Ja, sorry, det är bra. Ligger ändå bra där.
So sweepers apologise there just for leaving it short. They thought it was good, but it's still in a good position.
Sweep! Sweep!
Yes.
So Russia now able to remove the stones. 3-guard zone is over. Takes the center one.
Просто Артем дальний, как бы, да?
Nu höll jag på att säga någonting i micken som jag inte borde ha sagt. Så han stoppar mig där. Vad hade ni på förra? 0-1. Ja, jag försöker bara spela den mjukt där liksom och stänka guard. Men där. Lite lös. Lite tajt, Rasmus. Hög!
Basse. Basse.
Jag tror linjen är bra.
Just want to replace the center guard.
Men Basse.
Lite till.
Ja.
Both of these teams have had opportunities in the game. Neither have been able to capitalise. It's been a very even contest so far.
Там же он замазан этот замазан же дальний. Зацепишь.
Давай.
Вот что так, но.
Просто боюсь там попасть.
Russia will keep clearing. Sweden will keep blocking it up.
Есть. О, повалить. Есть.
Если бы ты с этой стороны так попал, ты бы этот задел.
На грани.
Есть.
К одному. Сейчас мы решим. Ванда осталось.
It's very hard for these teams out here not to be looking at other scores. They know the Germany-Swiss game has big repercussions. Have to just focus on their own. And this one coming too far, wanted it halfway. Just does stop in time.
Давай. Почему он хочет в ту?
Блин, ну надо остро. Я не хочу заджемить.
Красный будет очень опасно.
And there we see that all-important game. Switzerland are 7-4 up on Germany. So if that stays the same, then if Russia were to win this game, they would not qualify for the semi-finals. Switzerland would be the fourth-place team, along with Canada and Scotland and Germany.
Я сразу сказал, что так и будет.
Нам просто было остро попадать.
Just jams on the red here.
Блин, ну...
Actually takes away the in-turn draw for Russia. Left-hand side here. Kind of blocked off, so might be tough for the Russians to actually get in there and score their single even.
Tight.
Calling on the sweepers early for line.
Mellan. Korta haken.
Kom igen då. Kom igen för linje också. Över Karla nu. Karla.
Det ger bra.
Karla, lite till. Lite. Räcker. Det är bra.
Nice guard.
Yeah, ideally Russia would love to lift both these guards here, open things up.
Андрей, какая-то паника в лице.
Под таким же углом попади.
Окей.
Как тут вообще?
Так же стоит.
Спокойно, аккуратно. Сделай дабл-килл, все. Whoa.
Gets one, gets two.
Yeah, a really nice shot. Hard now for Sweden to cover both sides.
A little shaky out the hack, Karetnikov, but with that big extension, that big weight, has a bigger target.
Хорошо, хоть параллельно драка какая-то, блин.
Да.
Не закрывают. Закрывают.
De båda. Lina är väl viktigast. Ta lite mindre.
Just trying to guard in between the two yellows.
Yeah, just trying to
Borde ändå vara ganska bra fart.
basically put a plug in it to stop the double being lifted.
Inte.
Passa nu.
Vi ligger precis in nu. Kör nu bara. Nu. Ja. Passa nu. Ja.
Coming a little bit deep.
Japp.
Needed to curl more. Leaves the double for Russia.
Yeah, they could have been taking that early. Even if it was in, it was
Андрей, ну,
better
сам понимаешь,
than
да?
leaving the double.
Вес. Можно 8.
Посильнее.
5-8.
По этой, да, вы поедем? По этой.
А? Да, вот сюда 5 или 8.
От центра или по центру?
Really
Шутер,
missed
главное, оставь.
opportunity by Sweden.
Да, вот куда между ними надо попасть, да?
Studov can make a double here. Russia might get the blank.
Sweden have controlled this whole end, but that great double clear for Russia opened it up.
Won't make the double, just punches that yellow into the open. Sweden high shot stone. That was a great opportunity for Russia to make the double and get the blank. Dudov just struggling a bit on the hits today. His draw weights, his draw game, really on point though.
Så länge vi gömmer lite så finns det ju ingenting som blir dåligt.
Nej.
Så länge vi inte är här.
Ja, exakt.
Jag gillar det.
Det gör vi.
Okej, gör bra.
Det gör vi. Ja, men då har vi sätter den. Ja, annars är det ju... Det är ju klart att det var det jag menar.
Är draget eller chap-chap? Vad gillar ni?
Bara du känner säkrast på själv.
Ja, faktiskt.
Min första instinkt var chap-chap, men...
Ja. Nej, jag tror vi sätter den här. Jag har dragit här förr också.
Considered
Sista var bak 8, bak
short
12.
run back to set 2.
Ja. Den var bak 12.
Feeling the draw here.
Ja.
And this is slightly reminiscent of 2 ends ago, coming down the same spot, where this is almost more a weight type shot than the line. Just needs to get anywhere close to the guard. Can't leave it fully open. Might leave a double for Russia. But just needs to make sure they don't bring us deep. Curling really hard on them. Do they have enough weight to get there? Gets a little rub and no, just shy of weight. We came up heavy down this path 2 ends ago. Left a double for Russia to score 3, didn't come off. Got the force. Now comes up shy and leaves an open hit for Russia to score 2.
Big mistake there. He knows it.
Control, yes, control.
Well, if you look at the numbers, Magnusson playing better on hits than draws today. Still favored the draw. Dudov now with the open hit to score 2. Panic for line. Can they hold it? Yes, they can. Right on the beak for Andrei Dudov and Team Russia. They score 2 points. This time, not wasting their chance to put a multiple score on the board. It is the first deuce of the game for Russia. And what a time to capitalize. 6-4 as we head into end number 10.
На вес 1+. Если плюса не увидите, то сразу.
Норма вес.
Надо.
Делай вес.
Нам дом надо.
Хороший вес.
Делай вес.
Нельзя вообще.
Делай вес, нельзя.
Делай вес. 1 end left to play. Russia, Sweden World Junior Curling Championships 2020 in Krasnoyarsk. We're in Russia. And it is Russia to throw the first stone top 4. Scoring 2 in the 9th end, they lead Sweden by the 2 points.
Känns lite kort just nu.
Måste vara nära nu.
Ja, gå nu!
Måste vara nära. Kom igen, över!
Oh, and a big mistake there from Sweden. Didn't get the guard over the hog line.
Мне не нравится. Фриз!
Тот же вес примерно.
Да. Я сразу свип беру.
Yeah, that could be very crucial. Only saving grace for Sweden is we do have the 5-rock rule, so the lead does get a second chance to put a corner guard into that protected area.
Сам пока. К нему идет, к нему. К нему.
Можно валить.
Don't want to overlap the stones here, Russia. No, but they do.
А что дальше делать?
Can become a problem. So if Sweden doesn't get any guards to play with, they can come around those two reds to find cover.
Håll igång den då. Håll igång den. Ja, kom igen.
Bra linje.
Kom igen.
Bara nära.
Kom igen.
Kom igen.
Så långt det går.
Big
Kom igen.
sweep again to get it over the hog line. This time it is in play.
Sorry.
Just on the World Curling logo.
Okay.
Taking a look at all the scores Switzerland have won over Germany, 9-4 final score. Norway picks up their first win on Italy, 7-3. USA also with a win on New Zealand. And Canada scoring 2 in the 10th end. One incredibly thin double by Jacques Gauthier. Incredible shot to put that game into an extra end. So they play one more.
Yeah, and that game's got big repercussions as well. If Scotland were to win the extra end, they would be ranked #1. If Canada are to win the game, they will be ranked #1. So that makes a difference to who they'll play in the semi-finals.
And with the Switzerland-Germany game over, Switzerland winning, we know that Russia would be out. Switzerland will be through if Russia wins. So for Sweden, they will need to win to be through as well. Would put them one win ahead of Switzerland. So for the Swiss, they'll sit back and cheer for Russia alongside the rest of the local crowd here.
Вам нравится вот так?
Давай.
Двойной.
Да, давай.
Какой двойной? Просто пил сделай.
Давай, пил. Просто пил,
Russia
Артем.
looking
Не
to
надо
make the double
усложнять.
peel here.
Давай просто пил и все.
Какого? Вот этого?
Кого? Того? Пошире. Окей.
In the end, happy to just peel the single.
Длину опять.
Won't need any heroics here. Seeing how Sweden missed the first shot of the end. It's pretty clean.
Я не знаю, что он так меня все время...
Смотри, Артем.
I think that one actually overcurls for Vlasenka.
Останавливать камень не нужно, что в этом...
Lucky to
Они прошли уже.
come across the face and peel out the other way.
Räkna inte med att det curlar överdrivet mycket.
And this is
Marginalen
where
blir lite
Sweden
den
could
sidan.
even come in and use the 2 red stones.
Marginalen den sidan.
Just a back 4 weight, just tap them, try and get a good angle with your shooter. Make it very difficult for Russia to remove it.
Ja, håll igång. Linje.
Känns som typ hack det här. Hack nästan.
Åra. Med nu, med.
Det börjar se bra ut.
Jag tog fart. Ja, lite långt.
Looks pretty good here.
Bra där.
Bra.
Taps the reds.
Bra, Anton.
Makes it a bit of a nest.
Big sigh.
Давай гар с ним, да.
Давай гад пока снимем.
Yeah, might feel like the playoff chances are slipping through the fingers, but that's not really what you need to be thinking right now.
No, this game is not over.
Need some positive reinforcement.
Как он это видел, да? Ему грустно. Миша, я тебя убью нахрен за такие дела. Я тебе что сделаю, ты пилой от центра, я сам знал, ты сам поставил.
Воу, воу. Есть, 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 есть.
Russia peels to top guard.
Вот Андрей говорит, по линии есть или нету?
А?
Андрей говорит, по линии есть или нету? Когда у Андрея там сильный камень, ты стоишь, смотришь на него.
Да потому что мне страшно, ты понимаешь, что у него сейчас мимо двух двоих.
Именно за него, понимаешь?
Я просто...
Ты на него стоишь, смотришь таким
Вот понимаешь, я
лицом
смотрю, как он выезжает, я просто крикну.
Känns som vi lägger upp en dubbel ganska ofta på det där.
Lägga en till corner, eller?
Täpa den då!
Kommer ju aldrig använda cornerspel här.
Nej. Tänker bara bränna en sten.
Jag har ju tid att gå och kolla.
Ja, det gör det.
Vi har också vår sista omgång. Följ med.
Both teams have used their timeout.
Well, as it lies, there's a run double for 2.
Hårda, klarar oss på 7 minuter på 4 stenar.
Ja.
Limmar man frysen så blir det bra om man lite insida liksom.
Ja, täpen är också, ger ju typ samma effekt.
Ja. Jag gillar väl egentligen båda.
Annars tycker jag den bara. Ja. Försöka splitta boet, få 2 tempo.
Ja.
Känns som vi kommer lägga upp dubbeln rätt ofta om vi försöker.
Ja, sitter den inte så då... Samtidigt så känns det inte som att det finns en dubbel som den kommer ju sticka. Nej. Ja, det är väl om man skulle... Kommer man liksom allt här. Men det känns, kommer man ändå... Ja, det är ganska svårt att komma precis här. Men även om man skulle täpa den så kommer ju den här sticka på något sätt. Den här sticker mellan dem då.
Täpen är väl... Är inte det här bra då?
Ja, jag tycker det blir typ samma, så jag tycker det kan vara bra.
Var tänker du då? Bara...
Täpa den rakt ner hit.
Ja.
Då i och för sig, då finns det ju en riktig dubbel. Om vi ligger, kommer vi så, då är det lugnt. Men skulle vi få ner den så att den faktiskt ligger i klykan här, då kan de sprätta på utan vad helvete.
Vad gör den här då?
Jag gillar också frysen, men...
Okej. Vad tänker du för fart?
På den.
Vad sa du?
På den. Dämpad.
Ja.
Sweden looking to make a play here. You wonder if it might just be a bit too early. 4 stones left to play.
Jag ogillar den inte.
Right now, it's a fairly makeable shot for 2.
Jag tror ni båda att det kan vara bra.
Not sure if you really need to make a play here this early. You could throw a guard.
Yeah, guard, another one.
Russia would probably peel. That way you delay the move one more shot. You could draw the open wing and have Russia deal with that stone. I would leave this for now.
Yeah, this can make it easier for Russia.
And Israelsson gonna overthrow this one. Hit the red, rolling out. So now only leaving 1 yellow in play, and have actually taken away the backing, which means the peel on the yellow for Russia is now easier. That call didn't make any sense to me at all.
No, I didn't like that call. You were just playing straight into Russia's hands.
Huh?
You got to think.
You've got to leave the harder shot for your opposition.
Good to think if that's just the the pressure of the situation.
Could be.
And when the game's over and they look back at that situation, I think it might become clear that that's the wrong call. Russia actually ends up leaving the shooter in play here. Not necessary, but they've brought everything over to the wing. So definitely hard to draw around either red stone for Sweden. They'll have to probably freeze.
Nej, de kommer aldrig runda nu.
Gäller väl lägga en corner eller?
Nej, jag tror inte det. Jag
tror det frysa på den.
Ja, men de kommer ju klippa den liksom.
Ja.
Det blir samma sak. Jag tror att det största chansen när vi limmar den, de slår den våran är kvar i bot faktiskt.
Corner för den här eller?
Ja. Tror du så det är en corner och sen frysa på din första?
Okej. Lever det. Nära corner där då.
Ja. Ja, jag vet inte. Jag är inte så förtjust i den.
Sweden will throw a corner guard. Expecting the peel, which is strange to me that they're now throwing a guard to delay the eventual freeze move, which is what they could have done with their previous one.
Absolutely. Because Russia were always going to peel the guard at that stage in the end.
Только давай не скидывай, пожалуйста. Хорошо. Просто выйди и отпусти в щетку. Будет приедет хорошо.
Pretty straightforward for Russia, but
Ну так нормально.
there's a bit of pressure, even playing the simple shots at this stage. Of course, Russia might have had a look over and already seen their playoff chances dwindle. And Switzerland beat Germany, but still a win important for the Russians. You want to finish as high as you can in the ranking. Dudov will make no mistake here. Very little left for Sweden to use.
Сейчас любой ценой надо выбить камень, который они привезут. По-любому.
Started with the not getting the first guard over the hog line. But I think we'll always question the call made on their thirds first stone as well.
Känns jävligt hårt, man. Känns lite upp just nu. Kommer nog sacka.
Need a dead freeze on an open red stone.
Ingen linje. Nej. Börjar sacka
lite. Heavy, can they come around it?
Typ rimlig, men nej, den är hård.
Japp, japp.
That's too late for that call. Again, just a bit of a missed communication. Gave up on the stone. Could have potentially swept that one past and just hang on to the back 12. Now it sits in the open for Dudov to really just make contact here and put another win on the board for Russia.
Поставь щетку.
Щетку поставь. Что-то от борта решил. Чуть пошире.
Нет, хватит. Давай, короче, едь уже.
Есть. Внимание. Есть, нет.
Last stone here for Russia to put the game to bed, no problem. Andrei Dudov. Not going to make it through to the playoffs himself and Team Russia, and in the process they will take away a playoff spot from Sweden as well. But Russia and the local fans will applaud their team. Great effort this week. A very young team, their debut in a championship. 6-4 win over Sweden here. So close to making it through to the weekend. Of course, they'll be upset not being able to play on in front of their home fans, but it surely must have been an amazing week. 9 full games in front of home fans, but the hope of picking up Russia's ever first title on the men's side won't happen. As we see, only one game left out there. It is Canada-Scotland playing an extra end. What seems to be James Craig, skip of Scotland, drawing to an open house for the win. We'll take a look at the highlights from our live game, Russia-Sweden, as well as get a word in with Artem Karitnikov and see how he feels about everything. And we see the shot made by Scotland. They will win as we take a look. And at the 7th end, it was a tied game between Russia and Sweden at this point. Sweden coming a bit deep on the draw, leaves a double for Dudov, but can't make it, only scores a single. Would carry a 1-point lead on to the 8th end, where it was Sweden's turn to have a chance to score 3. Daniel Magnusson needing to thread the needle, but comes off his own yellow, spins out the forfeit, just enough to score 1 point back. Ties the game coming into 9. Sweden again with a missed draw on their last. Opens the door for Russia to score 2. And they will. And in the 10th end, Russia with run Sweden out of stones. Neither team making it through the playoffs this week, but Russia will pick up a win 6-4 on Sweden. And now we see all the games coming to an end. Switzerland 9-4 win over Germany, so they are through. Norway with their first win on Italy. Our game finished 6-4. USA with a win 8-2 on New Zealand, and like we just saw, Scotland drawing the open house to score and win over Canada, so they'll be ranked number 1. We see them, they'll be moving on to 7-2, tied with Canada, but will be ahead on head-to-head record. And of course, Switzerland picking up their win. They will actually be tied with Russia and Sweden, so they'll go through on draw shot challenge, while USA, New Zealand, Italy and Norway will be relegated to the B group for next season. So that was the last game in the round robin for the men. There we have skip of Russia, Artem Karitnikov.
Well, congratulations. What a way to finish. What a close game you had there.
Поздравляю, хорошая победа, близко по счету. Как ощущения?
Ощущения смешанные, как после каждой игры, потому что мы ошибались, соперники ошибались, простили друг друга по -3, прощали друг друга и до этого. Ну, кто больше ошибался, в общем, тут и...
So we really have a mixed feelings because that was a close game and both teams had chances like to score 3, so it was mistakes here and there. So overall we won, but like the feelings are really mixed.
How hard was it to focus on your own game and not look at the Swiss game?
Насколько это сложно было сфокусироваться на своей игре и все-таки не смотреть на игру Швейцария-Германия?
Мы вообще не смотрели на игру Швейцария-Германия, мы не представляли, какой смысл нам от этой игры вообще.
We actually never looked at the score, so we were focusing really on our game, and that's what we will do.
It's your first World Championship. You've qualified Russia for next year's World Juniors. Can you sum up your week here?
Это твой первый чемпионат мира, и по его итогам Россия квалифицирована на следующий год на чемпионат мира. Ну, как твои ощущения от всего ивента в целом?
В целом я доволен, потому что я получил бесценный опыт. Это наш следующий шаг. Мы посмотрели, куда можно стремиться, посмотрели команды, получили незаменимый опыт. Я доволен, в принципе, в целом.
So overall, yeah, I'm quite happy because that was incredible experience for me and for our team, and we really looked at all other teams here and there, and we're really looking forward to improve next time.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on a great week.
So taking a look at the updated standings here, we see now Scotland on top, ahead of Canada on head-to-head record. Germany will come through 3rd, Switzerland 4th, as they were tied with Sweden and Russia, and with all those 3 teams having beaten each other, being ranked on Draw Shot Challenge, where Switzerland came through on top. So Russia, as mentioned, they will keep their spot in the A group. For USA, New Zealand, Italy and Norway, they will have to qualify through B next year. So thank you so much for watching this last game in the round robin for the men, but still more to come from Krasnoyarsk, so stay tuned for more curling action. We thank you for watching.